guests in tonight's programme by pressing the red button now, or using the BBC text service at any time this week.
The Beasts have been released, and now's your chance to get to know a bit more about them online. Packed with facts, quizzes, competitions and games, there's something to spark every imagination. Race the clock in a skeletal jigsaws game. Experiment with colours and markings to camouflage a beast. And check out what really killed the dinosaurs. Take your adventure to another dimension. Log on to bbc.co.uk/beasts now.
There's an episode guide to walking with beasts in this special Radio Times magazine.
Roll the film.
Question, tell me what you think about me.
Ruby, the people person.
You're a couple. A couple of what?
Ruby, the wild card.
That's correct.
Ruby, the game show host.
Like it's a real game show.
Ruby, the new gem for Saturday nights.
Life can be so cruel.
Ruby Wax as you've never seen her before.
The waiting game.
Starts Saturday at 6:45 on BBC One.
I'm so strict on this show. I like me like that.
Real horror stories now on BBC One. Edward Fox reveals the secret life of ghosts and werewolves.
Auckland's 14 degrees, that's a lot more they've been recently, and some more wet weather into the Pacific coast. Santiago not too bad, Buenos Aires 23, Rio de Janeiro likely to see some lumpy showers developing over the next few days. Now then, for Africa it looks a lot drier for many areas. Cape Town remaining fine and dry and hotting up now. Cape Town up to 30 degrees on Friday, somewhat cooler as we move into the weekend. Australia, well, they're on the verge of starting their summer as well. In the south, I think around the Great Bight, a few showers here and there, a lot of dry weather inland. Alice Springs hotting up nice now, 34 degrees Celsius. The other side of the Tasman Sea, though, slightly cooler air, and certainly the South Island not that warm. Christchurch just 10 degrees. Probably the best of the brightest in the south, though, as we move into the weekend. More activity further north, so it will be warmer. Auckland 16, but with the risk of a few scattered showers. Now for ourselves, the weekend forecast isn't too bad. High pressure still well and truly in charge. It does allow these weather fronts to come close by. They're weakish affairs. The only thing they do is produce a lot of cloud, which means we won't see a huge amount of sunshine through the weekend, and that high pressure still with us into Sunday as well. So a dry weekend, a chilly weekend, certainly first thing in the morning if you're out and about, with a lot of mist and fog around here and there, and the best temperatures we can expect around 7 to 10 degrees. Those temperatures really held down if that mist lingers all the way through the morning. And right up in the far north, up to the northwest of Scotland, we'll find that cloud thick enough at times to bring some outbreaks of rain. On to Sunday's forecast, and we find probably a little bit of mist around, and that mist will linger all the way through the morning. In fact, for some locations, if we've had the fog through the night, that could be there all day with very light winds to shift that. Temperature-wise, well, if that fog lingers, we're looking at no higher than 3 or 4 degrees, but perhaps up to 8 or 9 if the sunshine gets through. Still some showery outbreaks of rain affecting the northern parts of Scotland, but a lot of dry weather around over the next 3 or 4 days, and probably into next week as well. The sunshine eventually getting through after that mist and fog has lifted away. That's all from me. Bye for now.
All these images are classed as taboo. Images too taboo for this trailer. Images some would rather you didn't see. And we didn't discuss.
You may find some of the pictures distressing.
Find out why in a new 4-part series presented by Joan Bakewell, starting with nudity. Taboo, Wednesday at 9:50 on BBC Two.
Spend some time with the stars this Saturday night on BBC One. Ian, over here, mate. Would you want celebrity friends like these?
Right, mercy! Hey, Ruby, come on. How about giving up the 30 grand away on your new quiz, the waiting game?
That would really make good television.
Philip, can you reveal the jackpot for this week's lottery?
Oh, well, I'll tell you later on.
Max, when will you decide on your girlfriend's marriage proposal, eh?
I'll let you know.
Hey, Ruby, BBC, how did you feel playing the night at the Royal Albert Hall?
I was a bit shocked and surprised, actually.
Michael, how'd you rate meeting Samuel L. Jackson, Robbie Coltrane and Ben Elton?
A very good night.
Exclusive access to the stars this Saturday night on BBC One.
So much giving from one channel.
At full throttle now on BBC One, the bikers are coming, running cool with strong language.
Martin Shaw is Judge John Deed.
I'm going.
In the courtroom, he's in charge.
Straight over the margins and I'll hit you like a runaway train.
Nothing comes between him and the truth.
If you persist, it could blight your career like no other.
I'll take that chance, coward.
You should be in prison for life. You need to find a way to outmaneuver Deed.
Judge John Deed.
I don't want to go back into court again this afternoon. I want to take you off to a hotel.
The series starts Monday 26th of November on BBC One.
Spend some time with the stars this Saturday night on BBC One. Ian, over here, mate. Would you want celebrity friends like these?
Right, Rosie! Hey, Ruby, come on! How about giving up the 30 grand away on your new quiz, the waiting game?
That would really make good television.
Philip, can you reveal the jackpot for this week's lottery?
Oh, well, I'll tell you later on.
Max, when will you decide on your girlfriend's marriage proposal, eh?
I'll let you know.
Hey, Robbie, BBC, how did you feel playing a night at the Royal Albert Hall?
The OU has a scheme allowing other organisations to record its programmes for teaching and training. For details, call 01908 858 766 or visit our website at www.ouw.co.uk. Evolution provides the answers to a Just So story now on BBC Learning Zone in Open Science.
The Vikings. What brought them to our shores? A search for a new home or new wealth? Was the local population wiped out? Did the Vikings trade in slaves as well as goods? Follow the trail of our Viking ancestry. Blood of the Vikings. It runs deeper than you think. Tuesday at 9 on BBC Two.
Now on BBC Learning Zone, as part of our Teaching Today zone, we follow the progress of teachers and pupils as they introduce multimedia authoring into their regular curriculum.
A hotel in North London at the start of the autumn term. Teachers from the south of England gather for a weekend course on how to incorporate higher order IT skills into a half-term's curriculum-based project.
I'm Victoria Clage. I'm teaching Year 4. I've got 27 in my class. And the topic that I've chosen to do is food. I think it's going to make it a lot more interesting for the children. I've been trying to train them up a little bit with their IT skills and they've been practising. And hopefully they'll be able to learn from each other.
Second name, if you want, yeah. No, first part. Yeah, press the middle button. Go to OK.